Assalamualaikum, Tajihan, welcome to everyone and my respectful lecturer Ms. Azleen for our question about the importance to establish trade union in one company. Okay, and for my point is the introduction of trade union. Trade union is one of the element of the industrial relation elements that together with employer-employee labor registration, trade unionism and employment contract. Okay, a trade union is a membership-based organization, which means that its member must primarily be workers. Trade union, on the other hand, strive to establish tight working connection between employers and employee. Trade union also consists numbers of objectives. One of it is a negotiate pay and working condition with employees, and attend disciplinary and grievance meeting with members, and give legal and financial advice to its members. Okay, if you look back, take a look back at the history, the origin of the organized labor in Malaysia in the form of worker unions may be traced in the 1920s. Okay, for the registration of trade union, according to TUA 1959, Trade Union Act 1959, a union must be registered, and TUA does insist of the registration of every union. Okay, it is necessary to apply to the Director General of Trade Union, and it must be signed at least 7 union members to be established. That's all from my point, and now we proceed to the objective.
We move to the point 1. For the point 1, the importance of recognizing a trade union in a company is to obtain and maintain for its member proper security of employment and reasonable hour and condition of work. As we know, in a company, they have their own policy in determining how to work and also the movement of work itself at all times. In every company, policy should have a special corner for employer for the sake of protection and equal justice. The first benefit is to ensure the security of employees as well as reasonable working hour and a proper working condition. When we talk about employee safety, it is definitely a big branch that is closely related to the risk, welfare, and also the position of the employer himself. Also give the ability of an employee to speak up on the rights of the employer is a giant company. The employee will be oppressed on the basis of the business profit. But with trade union, we can ensure the right and voice are protected and can be a strong pressure body for employer. As an example, we can illustrate like this. The trade union representative must tell the headquarters if have any accident. If a company discriminate against certain union of members by dismissing employees for adopting new technology, union representative should report the headquarters. They will setting up the internal meeting with the Secretary General before negotiating with the employer during the collective bargaining process. Union representatives should assist a headquarters in the developing suitable workplace education for members. Union representative also may request a legal and enterprise action assistance from the headquarters in dispute with employer. For example, the case between Mariana binti Hassan vs British American Tobacco Malaysian Berhad is the decision of the court that the dismissal was not done fairly, and consequently the dismissal was without just cause or reason. The company shall pay the claimant a sum of Rm 54,000 compensation to the solicitor Gerard Gomez Association within 14 days of the service of this award. In addition, the trade union benefit to this company are able to maintain the policy and also the conditions set by the employer. If the employer has done or create a policy that is able to control the employees and provide food protection function, and the advantage of the trade union become the pressure body.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aidil Hakimi bin Yusuf. Today I will present about my point, which is the importance of the trade union in the company. First of all, nowadays the employee were really important to all of the company around the world, especially to make sure that company will become more success in the future. So in other words, there will be no company achieve the success without the good contribution from their employees. So because of that, the company must give a really good care to all of the employees as a sign to appreciate them because of their hard work. And this thing can be achieved under the implementation of trade union in the company. In generally, trade union means one organization that focus on the employee welfare in order to make sure that employee will always be the priority by the company. One of the objectives by trade union is to promote the social welfare of all the employees. As we know, from the implementation of trade union in the company, it will give a lot of positive and benefit to the company performance and also to the employer and especially to the worker. For example, the first positive impact we can get is the percentage of employees resigning in the company will decrease over a long period of time. This thing happen because of the existence of trade union in the company, and this thing has made the employer feel safe and comfortable while working in that company. And besides, this thing also will definitely increase the moral and enthusiasm among employees to give the best to the company. To be easy to understand, we can say that there are no employee who is willing to work in a workplace that they are uncomfortable and does not take care of their welfare and also their safety. First of all, employee will necessarily evaluate a job from various aspects before they start working at a certain place. Focusing on the success of the company rather than welfare of the employees will make a company will not be able to last long in terms of the number of employees and so on. So in order to avoid from this thing happen, the company must take care all of their employees and also must give a best management in order to take seriously the welfare of their workers. In this world, there are several countries that practice the principle of caring about the issue of their employees. For example, the country of Denmark. Female workers in Denmark are given special leave if they are about to give birth. Mother in Denmark has maternity leave of 18 weeks, which is 4 weeks before the date they will give birth and 14 weeks after they give birth. And besides that, their husband also can get a special leave where they can take leave for 2 weeks continuously to take care of their wife who is giving birth. And all the leave application can be taken by them at any time they want for as long as the period their wife are on the leave. Next, the parent also has a choice to extend their leave in case their child or they themselves feel ill. Before this, there is one case that happened involve the employer, which is the case of Miss Berhad vs Zulhilmi bin Fauzi. This case tells that employee was employed as a general purpose caterers and clause 15 of his letter of appointment subject him to random drug or alcohol test by the company. In December 2010, the employee together with some other crew members were subject to drug tests and the results were positive. The company issued him his termination letter and after that dismissed him from that company. The employee responded to the termination letter and appealing this case and sought reinstatement, but his appeal was rejected. And that's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
As we know, in this globalized era, there is an increasing of job seekers number while the job opportunity is vice versa. So due to that, it is important for a company to have a trade union. It is because there are a lot of importance of trade union in a company. As example, the trade union can become a key factor that will give an impact at the economical or social for both parties, which is for the employee and also the employer, and also the company itself. As we understand, trade union rules is to preserve the welfare of the employee itself, the employer, and also the company. So with a trade union in one company, it will help the company itself to have a smooth administration, so that will not have a dispute from the employee or also from the employee itself, because with the trade union they can solve any problem occurs with in a good way and in a good manner. So I hope that every company in Malaysia will have a trade union in their own company by in the future. Thank you.